Hi, I'm Ellie. You know, I've never understood abstract art because I just can't get to the meaning of it. I like to know what I'm looking at, like a picture, a drawing of a face. Even if you're not the greatest artist in the world, drawing faces is a fun and challenging way to hone your art skills. I've been sketching and cartooning for the past 4 years, and I love figuring out how to get the expression just right on a face. So today I'm going to share with you the materials you need and demonstrate how to draw a face. So first you need to gather your materials. You need a piece of paper. It can be normal printer paper, toned paper, or even cardstock, just as long as you can draw on it. You'll also need a pencil. Technically, you can use any drawing utensil, like a pen or a marker, but a pencil will allow you to go back and redraw things if you need to. Finally, you can have an easel if you want to, but it's not necessary. I just have mine for the purpose of the video. So now that you've got your materials, it's time to start drawing the face. First, we're going to set up the guidelines of the face. These are going to tell us where we need to put certain facial features. So we start with a circle. This is the cranium. It's the big part of your head, and it's going to be our home base. So now we are going to draw the crosshairs. The crosshairs are another guideline that are going to show us where to put more specific facial features. The horizontal line goes right across the middle of the circle here, and the vertical line is going to start at the top, go through the middle, and then extend a little past the circle. So now that we've got these outlines, we can outline the head. This way we can get a more specific face shape. We can get the jawline. Faces can be long or short or wide or narrow. You can make it however you like, but most have an egg shape. Next, we can move on to the facial features. First, we start with the eyes. What I do to start with the eyes is I draw a circle where they need to be. And then after I've drawn those circles, they are where I want them to be, I can add the actual shape of the eyelids. And most eyes take on an almond shape. Now we move on to the nose. The nose, I'm also going to draw a little circle for down here. Noses have a lot of character, and they are what gives your person character, so you can draw them however you want. Now we're going to move on to the eyebrows. The eyebrows also give a character a lot of expression. They are a little curved. They'll follow the shape of the eye, just like that. And as soon as you have made the shape of the eyebrows, you can fill them in with your pencil or pen or whatever you are drawing with. Right after we do the eyebrows, we can add in the pupils. You can put them in whatever direction you like. They are just a big circle in the middle of the eye. Then once you have drawn the shape, you can draw the actual pupil, the dark part inside, and fill it in. And now we are going to finish up with the mouth. Mouths are really hard because you have to get the lips just right. So I usually just go with a simple smile line and then add a few lines to show that they are lips. After that, we will move on to more specific features, parts that aren't actually part of the face. For the ears, you are going to draw a little half peanut on the side of the head. The ears start at about where the eyes are. That line that we drew before will show us where the ears start, and then they will end around the nose. After that, you'll draw the neck. The neck is a little wider than most cartoons would have you believe, so we're going to draw it pretty wide. It's going to start about where the edge of the pupil is, and then you can add the shoulders right here. Next, we're going to add hair, and hair is another very defining feature of a character. You can make it however you like. This here is a man, so we'll give him some boy hair. And after that, you can add any other accessories, defining features that you want to. You can add freckles. I'm going to add a shirt to my character right here. And then after you are done, you are going to erase all the guidelines that we drew earlier. And then if you want to, you can outline your character in a darker color with a different kind of utensil, like a marker, to give it more definition and make it more clear. So there you have it. You now know how to draw a face. I hope this has been helpful. You can do all kinds of things with knowing how to draw a face. You can surprise your mom with a portrait, or you can wow your friends with your art skills, or just draw a face because you want to. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna send it over to Katie and she's gonna show you how to make a background for your portrait.
Hi, I'm Katie and I have Ellie's portrait here, and we are going to take this and we are going to cover up the face of the figure, and we are going to create a background for it using a jelly plate here. A jelly plate is a silicone plate that you use for different textured backgrounds. This one we're going to use a very simple technique, and we're just going to create something more visually textured, not so much textile. So I'm going to take tape and I'm going to roll it up to put the cover on over his face. So I cut out his little outline and I'm going to put a piece of tape on the back of it. And I'm just going to cover up his figure as nicely as I can. That way he will not have any kind of paint on him. There we go. Now we chose the colors blue and white. We're using Crayola Tempera just because it's cheap and easy to use and it works with jelly plates. So we're going to start with white. And here we're going to this is a plexiglass, and it's good for mixing the paints with your speedball roller. You take a little bit of blue and you just kind of roll it. Ooh, there's paint on that. You just kind of roll it and smooth it out. And we're just going to roll that directly onto the jelly plate. We're just going to go for a really smooth look right now. You take the print, the thing that you're working on. I put a border around it to keep the edges clean. You just flip it over, and I'm just going to put it on kind of random. That way it gives a funny kind of blue look to it. And you just press down. This is a great way to do it. That way you don't have to buy a full-out printing press, and you can create the monochromatic prints very cheap. And now you have a little bit of blue down here. So now we're going to do some more blue, but we're going to add some white. There's some more blue. And one of my favorite things to do is add spots. So I'm just going to put one dot of white paint like that, and I'm going to clean off my speedball roller and just kind of take it and roll it across, and it creates these long looking dots like that. I'll do it again right here, and it looks really neat, I think, in my opinion. There. I'm going to do that, and I'm also going to add, it's a fishnet kind of thing that you put, I think, oranges in. It's like very simple. I'm just going to press that on here. And then I'm going to take my paper and just put it directly on it. I'll put it like right here, just random. Ooh, that looks good. I love the look that the kind of fishnet gave. I think that looks really great. So we're going to keep going. I like the fishnet look, so I'm going to do more of that. I'm going to plop on some white just directly on the plate. Really. I'm going to get my blue and roll it on. And we're just going to go right over it. You can use any colors you like. You can use more than one. You can use 3 or 4. Just be sure not to add too many, or else it will turn brown, which is dull, in my opinion. I have a kind of textured paper here. It is just a simple piece of cardstock with pieces of glue that's dried onto it. I don't know if you can see. So we're just gonna take that, we're just gonna lie that over the jelly plate, smooth it down, and lift it up. You see that? We're gonna lie it down, smooth it over, lift it up. And we're just gonna throw on a fishnet, because why not? Ooh, that looks really cool. You see that? So we still have some paint left on it. So I'm just gonna get a second stamp, which doesn't normally happen. Normally you have to do at least 1 per stamp. We're just gonna place it like that and get this paint on it. You have to be careful with jelly plates because they are very fragile, and if you do anything sharp near it, it can cut it and it will end up ruining your jelly plate, which is very sad because they're expensive. We have that one corner that's right here, and I'm going to cover that up by using that corner right there. I'm gonna add another color because I'm getting tired of the blue. So I have red, and I'm just gonna kind of swirl it on here and make kind of a purple. Just gonna go woo, and do the same thing right here. And just go woo. And I think I'm gonna add white to make it a little bit more vibrant. Now I'm just going to do the same thing with this. I'm just gonna place it on there. So I have this one bare corner that's really gonna pop out because we added some red to it. You ready? Oh, I'm excited for this one. Oh my goodness, that looks so cool. Oh, that's sick. All right, so I missed that tiny little strip at the top. So I'm just gonna go over it again. That looks better. Oh, that looks so neat. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. So any bare places that you have, let's make it like right here. We'll just cover that up with some more of this purple because why not? It's a jelly plate. So lastly, what we're gonna do is we are going to peel back the stencil that covers his face. There we go. And now we have a background for him. So I'm going to tear off this tape so that we will have a clean border. Okay, this is the finished product. There's a few like messy spots right here, but I think in all it looks really great. So that is how you use a jelly plate with tempera paint, and if you want to get a close up. So thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.